So if you have any questions for him, go ahead and raise your hand. All right, Aaron, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, we'll start with Mike Clemens. Go ahead, Mike.
You had so much momentum going there, and what happened in that fourth quarter to be able to move the chains? What was it feeling like?
Bad feeling, we just didn't get it done when we needed to, and that's the biggest thing. And you want to win this game, but it's just tough.
Dave Schrader, go ahead.
Hey, Aaron, I know you've been through the playoffs before and suffered losses before, but the way this game turned, is there more of a shock factor and finality to the season ending based on how this one went?
Definitely. I just didn't picture the season ending today. I didn't have any plans. My plans were to continue to play. So definitely didn't expect this, but you got to give them credit. They came out and they continued to fight.
Bill Huber, go ahead.
Hey, Aaron, thanks for doing this. I know it's not easy to talk after a game like this. You guys had everything in front of you, and you poured your soul into this. Can you put into words what it means to walk off the field and with the season over?
Hurt, empty, also lost. Just like I said, it's not what we expected, not what none of us expected, and it wasn't from a lack of effort. Everybody went out there and gave their all. So it hurts when you come up short.
Burke Griffin.
Hey, sorry, Aaron. It's Matt Reynoldsson. Just wanted to ask you, you guys have been so great this season at making momentum happen, making those long drives, really stepping on the gas. But that fumble in the first quarter, it just felt like the momentum got taken away. Did you feel the momentum get taken away? How tough is that to regain when an opponent like that feels like they've got maybe a jump on you?
I don't feel like they gave them the momentum because we were up 7-0 at the time. And our defense did a great job of stopping them right after that and getting us the ball back. So I don't chalk it up to that.
Steve McGarkey.
Just y'all marched down the field that first drive. Just what did they do differently on defense the rest of the way that kept y'all out of the end zone? Was that something they were doing, or did y'all attribute it to your own breakdowns?
Did you hear that, Aaron?
No, ma'am, I didn't.
Okay, Steve, go again. Sorry.
Y'all marched down the field that first series, and you were driving the second series. What
hear
happened? Okay.
Okay, sorry. We'll come back to you, Steve. Go ahead, Dave Schrader.
Hey, Aaron, obviously, I have a similar question to what Steve was asking. He was asking, and I'll ask as well. You marched down the field on that first drive. What flipped? What changed after that made it so much tough sledding after that first drive that looked like it was pretty well oiled and easy at times, actually?
I can't really put my finger on it. But the first drive definitely gave us all a lot of confidence. I thought we were gonna go down and score some more. Just how easily we moved the ball and was able to put the ball in the end zone. But they make adjustments as well. Their coaches get paid, or their players get paid as well. And I just think they did a good job of coming to play in the second half.
Bill Huber.
Aaron, I'm guessing maybe it's too soon to be asking a question like this, but every offseason brings change. This one could bring a lot with who knows what's up with Aaron Rodgers, Devontae, a free agent, and so on and so on. Do you kind of wonder what you're going to be coming back to next year?
No, I'm focused on what just happened, and what I could have done, and just talking to the guys around the locker room and making sure everyone's okay. So I haven't really given much thought.
All right, we'll just do two more. Go ahead, Matt Reynoldsson.
Aaron, does a game like this and the way things swung in this game, does that just go to show how slim the margins are in these playoff battles?
Definitely, you know, when you have two good teams, like you said, the margin of error is very slim. And that's usually the difference in the game, whether it be turnovers. That's normally the indicator. The team who wins the ball wins the game. That's normally an indicator. But yeah, it's just being right in situational football is huge in these situations.
All right, last one, Mike Clemens.
That pass you caught is the longest one that Aaron threw this year. Those sacks that your defense was getting, that pick that your defense was getting, when their field goal goes through as the clock runs out, was there a feeling of shock for you?
More heartbroken, you know, just didn't envision it like this. I had hopes and dreams of going to the Super Bowl and playing in that and winning it, but those will have to wait till next year and just go back to the drawing board and continue to work.
All right, that's all we have for you, Aaron. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Kenny Clark is up in the other Zoom. Hear me? All right. We'll start with Mike Clemens. Go ahead, Mike.
Not sure where to start. How about the final drive? You're trying to find Devontae and Randall on the sidelines, the shot down the field. What was most disappointing what were you up against in that final drive, Aaron?
Oh, I don't know. I should have checked it down on second down. And they brought a pressure. We ended up picking it up on third down and probably had Allen on the deep end cut instead of 50-50 ball for Devontae there. So disappointing way to end it for sure.
Matt Schneidman.
Aaron, how would you describe how you're feeling right now after what just happened?
Yeah, I mean a little numb for sure. Didn't think it was going to end like this. Disappointed in the offense. 10 points, obviously not enough. The defense, man, played outstanding. Special teams obviously hurt us. Taking points off the board, giving them points. But offensively, scoring 10 points, never good enough. Felt good about the first drive, went down, right down, scored. Had a good drive going the second drive, forward turnover, and then just didn't put a whole lot together after that.
Ryan Wood.
Aaron, not to absolve the offense for the reasons you just said, but how much pressure does it put on either side of the ball, offense or defense, when the special teams continues to play like it has all season, including tonight?
Yeah, we just would like to play even, make some plays, kind of have a wash in the special teams is that'd be good. But, critical situations, we had, obviously some issues, but offensively, you score 10 points, you're not going to win a lot of those games.
Bill Huber.
Hey, Aaron, when we talked to you last year at this time, you called your future a beautiful mystery and all that. Where did your future stand?
I mean, I did not think we'd be talking about this after this game, but
Right.
I'm going to take some time and have conversations with the folks around here, and then take some time away and make a decision. Obviously before free agency or anything kind of gets going on that front, but it's fresh right now. It's a little shocking for sure. Definitely haven't, was hoping to have, nice week after the NFC Championship to enjoy the lead up and then start contemplating some things. So I haven't even let the moment really sink in yet.
MK Burgess.
With that in mind, how much more does this feel, how do I phrase this, hurtful with this team compared to other teams? You mentioned that this year of football was your favorite year in all your 17 years. Why does this loss hurt more than the others?
Well, they all hurt. And each team has opportunity to make a run. I really felt like with Z coming back, with Whitney out there, with Jaw out there, and the possibility of Dave coming back, that we truly had a Super Bowl caliber team. In other years, it feels like sometimes you need things to go your way, but that didn't feel like this season. Felt like getting these guys back and the way we were playing on offense and the way we could play on defense with those guys. And obviously they played excellent tonight. You just felt like this was a team that could really win it and didn't need a bunch of things to go their way. We just needed to make the plays and in all three phases. And then one of the phases played excellent. We didn't have a great night, and obviously special teams didn't either.
Pete Doherty.
Hey, Aaron. You and the team have a big decision to make this offseason. Does the way this season ended and the last couple, does that affect your thinking at all?
Yeah, I mean, of course it does. But there's obviously a lot of decisions to be made. There's a lot of players that whose futures are up in the air. So, definitely it'll be interesting to see which way some of those decisions go. And, but I'll have the conversations with Brian and, in the next week or so and get a little bit more clarity and think about my own future and how much longer I want to keep doing this.
Can I follow up? Is that the issue of how long you want to play, or is it still on the table to finish your career elsewhere?
It's tough to say at this point, Pete. I don't think it's fair to anybody or myself to really go down those paths at this point. It's disappointing, sad, and fresh. So I'll have conversations in the next week or so and, start to contemplate after that.
Steve McGargy.
All right, what point did you know that you weren't going to have David blocking for you tonight? Just how much of an impact was that? I mean, you played all the whole year without him, but you thought you were getting him back after Detroit, and then you don't have him tonight.
Yeah, I just don't think he was feeling great for whatever reason the week after Detroit during the off week. And we were hopeful, and I think Matt basically gave him all the way, till yesterday to try and go. But, he wanted to, mentally, but physically he just couldn't do it on his knee. So disappointing. I love him. He's such a great friend and great player, and felt amazing with him out there in Detroit. But, he couldn't do it physically. So that's why they pulled him.
Rob Domofsky.
Hey, Aaron, with the way it's set up here, with guys that have expiring contracts, the salary cap situation, do you still think it's possible to win a Super Bowl here, or was this kind of the last go at it?
Yeah, I don't know, Rob. I mean, that's a fair question. Definitely one I've thought about. But, there are a lot of decisions to be made, and, key players, a lot of guys who played tonight, Brad Z coming back, Whitney coming back from a torn bicep. It's incredible. The contributions we got from Dennis Kelly were outstanding. Obviously, Devontae is the best receiver in the league, and his, he's, free agent, although they could obviously tag him. Alan Lazard, Robert Tunyon, so many guys' contracts are up or on the brink or salary cap stuff. So a lot of decisions to be made. I don't want to be a part of a rebuild if I'm going to keep playing. So a lot of decisions, in the next couple of months.
Jason Wilde.
Hey, Aaron, there's a bunch of us on this call that have seen every pass you've ever thrown here and seen you do some damn amazing things. I understand that the special teams didn't get it done tonight. I understand that you're playing behind a makeshift offensive line, but how much responsibility do you personally feel for your season being over with the way you played? Yeah, a lot. I mean, I didn't have a great night tonight. Did a good job of kind of getting me off the spot, and a better job at taking away some of the quick game that we got going the last time we played them. And I just missed a couple of reads. Probably should have taken a couple hole shot chances at certain times. And then obviously, if I hit Allen on that deep end on the last drive, that probably gets us out to about midfield, and then we're a couple first downs away from being in field goal range. So definitely disappointed by some of the decisions that I had tonight. So yeah, I definitely take my fair share of blame tonight.
Tom Silverstein.
Aaron, what did you feel that San Francisco did especially well against you today? And then was there, you mentioned the Lazard throw, were there any others that you just felt like you normally would make or you'd like to have back, I guess?
Yeah, I threw a ball to Devontae on the right sideline there in the fourth, a little low. Wish I'd kind of put that one up higher and in a semi back shoulder-ish spot a la Minnesota. So disappointed about that one. There's 2 or 3 throws for sure that were not great. And then a couple of decisions, maybe just checking the ball down a couple times. But they had a good plan for sure. It was more the pass rush. The pass rush was formidable, and I just wasn't able to get into that rhythm like I did last time we played them.
Marty Hendricks.
Aaron, how much, losing Dylan, did that affect the offensive efforts in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, he's been a great player for us all year. So definitely, not being able to have the 1-2 of him and Jonesy, wasn't ideal. But yeah, I mean, I think it was more just the lack of execution at certain times for us, and we just couldn't put together another good drive. The second drive was kind of a little bit of a turning point for us. Went right down the field, scored. Had another good drive going. And then, unfortunately, Big Dog fumbled. And after that point, we just kind of spun our wheels for a while until I hit Jonesy there in the 2-minute for however many yards that was. And again, we got to get points in that situation, go in at 10-0 at half and then give up a kick return. And then we just really didn't do a whole lot. We struggled for the majority of the second half, other than the one drive, and got down there and false started, and then couldn't get in the end zone. So disappointing second half for sure.
All right, we'll just do a few more. Stephen Watson, go ahead.
Aaron, I know legacy is something that you spoke about last week. This might be the last time that we talk to you in a Packers uniform, maybe as an NFL player. 17 seasons. How do you define your legacy here?
Well, I don't know, Stephen. It's again, it's raw right now, but very proud of what I've been able to accomplish here. Thankful, deeply thankful for so many years here in the organization and all the incredible teammates and coaches I've had over the years. That's part of the legacy, I think, the friendships and the memories on and off the field. But I don't know, I'm still super competitive. I still know I can play at a high level. So it's going to be a tough decision. A lot of things to weigh in the coming weeks. But man, just so much gratitude for this city and this organization and such a long career here that I'm proud of and really thankful for all the men and women that work here and the men I've gotten to cross paths with coaches and players over the years.
BJ DeGroot.
Aaron, I know you said it's raw, but after the game, you're in that locker room. What do you say to the guys? What do you say to your teammates after it ends so suddenly?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say. I mean, there's a lot of emotion, a lot of sadness and disappointment. Just gratitude for the time, gratitude for the friendships. A lot of people feeling in shock for sure. Didn't expect this, but that's life sometimes. Sometimes you think things are going to go a certain way and they take a big course correction. And just got to keep on moving forward. And even when it doesn't feel like it's possible because of the sadness and the frustration and enormity of the expectations and the disappointment of the results. But, I'm thankful for the guys in the locker room, for the friendships, for the coaches. I think this thing is definitely going to look different moving forward in Green Bay. There's a lot of decisions, a lot of guys with opportunities. So it'll be interesting to see what things look like moving forward. But I'm thankful for this time, for this team. Super disappointed, bummed out, frustrated with how I played tonight, frustrated with how it ended, but still deeply grateful for this season and these guys.
All right, last question, Ryan Wood.
Aaron, I'm curious, given right now compared to a year ago, how far has your relationship with Brian Gutekunst grown over the past 12 months?
A lot, honestly. Brian came out and saw me on the West Coast, and we had, some good conversations. And from the day I got back, I felt like there was earnest decisions on both sides to meet in the middle, to communicate. And I'm very thankful to be a part of the conversations I was a part of, to feel like, that my opinion mattered, to feel the, even deeper and more meaningful support from him and Russ and Mark. So that was definitely a special part of the season, to see that relationship grow. I think put together a really nice team, a team that could have won a Super Bowl. And he deserves a lot of credit for some of the moves that he made. Disappointed we couldn't put it together for him and the organization tonight, and disappointed attending.
All right, that's all, Aaron. Thank you.
Thank you all.